Hello and welcome to another one of these ADD videos. Today we're going to be discussing the electron configuration of cations using these two examples. So let's look at molybdenum. Molybdenum is one of the interesting ones because it borrows an electron from the s orbital to give you a half-filled electron subshell for the D block. So if we were to do the normal molybdenum without the cation, it would be 5s2 4d4 is what you'd expect, but since it borrows one, it becomes let's see, the noble gas on the row before, the period before, is krypton. So we got Kr, and we said it should have been 5s2, but we borrowed one so that this could become 4d5. Okay, so the rule to keep in mind is that we lose s electrons first, then we go to d electrons in the d block. Okay, anything above that is just normal, just pull off the p's and then the s's and so forth. But here's molybdenum, so when I take one electron, for instance, off, I lose one from right there. So it becomes this. What happens if we lose another electron? Then we go to the D block. Oops, sorry, that should be a 4. Get it? Alright, let's look at manganese here. Manganese is going to be a naturally half-filled. So we're going to have, what was the noble gas? Argon in this case, so we would have, this is just for Mn, argon, then we would have the 4s2, then the 3d5. And if we follow the rule for that, if we were doing just Mn plus, that would be argon, using the shorthand notation, 4s1, 3d5. And Mn 2 plus would be that there. It has to do with the D block being half full, liking that half-filled state. Also has to do with the repulsions and that occur with the addition and removal of electrons. I guess we should do some cations as well, or anions, sorry. So if we were to look at O minus, for instance, let's look at oxygen. Oxygen is on the second row, 4 electrons in the P, so that would be 1s2, 2s2, 2p4 is the normal one. And if we add 1 electron because of this minus sign, we would change that to a 5. If it was 2 minus, it would be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Okay? So follow the off-bow principle when it's whenever it's an anion, a negative charge. And it's a little contrary to what you would expect when we're losing electrons. We lose that S first. So it has to go deal with the energetics that are found with the different subshells, how the D orbital is midway between the P of the previous layer and the S of the next So for your purposes, though, as an introduction to general chemistry, you don't really need to worry about that. Just know that the D block loses s electrons first, then D. And when you're building up, just use Hofbauer and Hund's rule. All right, I hope I've clarified things for the electron configurations of ions. Make sure you practice these. If you do enough of these, they become second nature. So practice, practice, practice. Thank you and have a nice day.